What's up, gamers? I'm Aaron Shack64, and today I wanted to make a video uh, essentially about my origin story and how we got to where we are now in gaming, in content creation, and all of that. At a young age, I was born in 1989, so I had a Commodore 64. I had the Nintendo Entertainment System, and probably about the time that I was, had the mental capacity to play video games, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System was out as well, and so I had that at home. But after school, I would go to the family business, and we'd have the Commodore and the Nintendo Entertainment System there, and we'd have games like Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt and Gauntlet 2 and Ghostbusters 2 and Dirty Harry and Dick Tracy and all these really cool games. And so I grew up, blowing on cartridges and playing all these old games. And when I got home from school, I wouldn't go straight home because my parents worked. Um, my aunts and uncle would bring me to the family business, and they'd kind of babysit me more or less, and I would get my homework done, and then immediately it would be Nintendo time. And what I would do is I would take the old shipping boxes, cardboard boxes, and I would make like a little box that I could be in so that there wouldn't be a glare from the fluorescent lights. And I'd be inside the box with the TV, with the wooden sides, and 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 this box would cut out the glare and like fully immerse me in the game, and I'd be sitting there in darkness, trying to get Mario to the princess. And I would often design the boxes and draw Nintendo time on it, and sometimes I'd have a little flap that I could open up, so if someone came to talk to me or bring me a snack, I could open the little. And of course, we'd throw the boxes away over time. So, like every now and then, there had to be more and more iterations of my box fort as I grew up playing games, and I didn't have a lot of friends, and so gaming was kind of this hobby that was there for me, and it was a way, of course, throughout the years, to relieve stress and just to have something healthy that I could do that was a good hobby and a good use of my time and something that was fun and that I was very passionate about. And so when I got home, I'd be able to play the Super Nintendo and such, but we always kept that at home so that wherever I was, I would have something gaming related that I could be doing. And over the years, the collection grew. As birthdays and Christmases came about, I was blessed to always get whatever console was hip at the time, and so over time I've pretty much collected all the consoles and picked up a lot of games for each one, and even over the years, sort of gone back and purchased titles, that I remembered playing growing up, games we rented and such. And so I've always grown up with gaming as a hobby, and so it seemed natural that through gaming and eventually in college years, majoring in music and developing a passion on that, and sort of just becoming this all around entertainer. And when I started doing content creation in 2014, when you could stream to Twitch from the Xbox One, that just seemed like a natural evolution of my skills to go into that realm. And so I did Twitch for about 6 years, and we've uploaded VODs over the years to YouTube, and I had gradually been working on the YouTube. And then in 2021, in January, I decided I wanted to switch over to YouTube full time because I saw a possibility here. I saw that my content, whether it was old or new or this game or that game, it was doing really well, and that I could actually share my hobby, share my talent, and I guess, just my penchant for entertainment. I've always been heavily involved in what's new with gaming and what's old, and what the latest movies are and the music I like and stuff like that. And so for my family and friends, I've always been the entertainer because I always had all the movies, always had all the music that I wanted to have, and always had the latest games and always had the biggest backlog of games too. And so my passion for being an entertainer, I really had to look back to sort of discover that I've kind of always had this with me. Um, when I was a kid, I used to, whether I was playing with Legos or whether I was playing video games, I always approached it from a content creation perspective, even though I didn't know what that was. I always imagined that I had my own network and I would practice monologues and I would talk to myself and I would create these, stand-up comedy routines, which I later did. And I would just I just had the content creator gene at a young age, I would say. And just this whole idea of being an entertainer, I've cultivated it over a long period of time, and it's really crazy looking back to like see how that all leads to this moment. Um, but I think that kind of explains like where I come from and where we're headed. I mean, I have all these consoles and all this retro content that we can create, and of course, the modern stuff as well. There's always something to be excited about. And so the channel will be a large mix of just gaming and entertainment and just my passion for this hobby that has now become uh, just a healthy obsession, I would say. Um, and so that's what brings us to today. Uh, I want to create content that I'm passionate about. I want to share my love for gaming. And so we're going to play a wide variety of games and we're going to try to complete as many as we can, of course, over time. And we have several ongoing series of games that I'm playing through, and I'll be sharing those with you guys. And they're all organized into playlists on the homepage. And of course, some of those playlists will be uh, organized into genres as well, because definitely during the Dreamcast, PS2, Xbox era, a lot of horror games were coming out, and I became very passionate about the sort of Silent Hill, Resident Evil, horror genre of games that were coming out around that time. It was very much a good era for that. And going back and playing games like some of the Zelda games that I've not completed, or games that I skipped over in my childhood, this has been something that's been really cathartic for me, is going back and playing stuff like that, as well as experiencing what's new. And I love doing video breakdowns and gameplay reveals and stuff like that. I love slowing down the footage and looking at details and trying to understand what a game might be, and what it might become, and just understanding where it's going. And we've had a couple of times where I've had codes sent to me early to play games before release, and do ads and stuff like that. And so that's been the future of this channel as well, is getting sponsorships and being able to create content for some of these games and products that are coming out in the future. So I just wanted to make this video to sort of explain where I come from, why I'm passionate about what I do, and just how we got here, and what the future might be for this channel. I'm very excited about the possibilities, and I appreciate all your support. If you enjoyed this, please share your gaming origin story. How did you come about? What did you grow up playing? Share all that with us in the comments down below. I'd love to know more. If you like this video, definitely consider subscribing to the channel, and you'll find plenty of playlists full of content and several games that we are currently playing through here on the channel. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Take care.